Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good. How are you today?
Today, I feel some pain on my teeth just because I've removed the wisdom tooth today.
Okay. So you're not feeling okay because of your wisdom tooth.
Yeah, I've removed it, and that was my last wisdom tooth, and the
Okay.
very wrong project is finished.
Wait a minute. Because in my case, I haven't really, had a kind of removed my wisdom tooth. What made you decide? Did your dentist advise you
Yes, that's
with
right.
remove?
So my dentist advised me to remove it because the tooth next to the wisdom tooth is affected by the wisdom tooth, and it was
Okay.
the next tooth was uh, dirty. Yeah, because the
Mm-hmm.
space between the wisdom tooth and the next tooth is
Mm-hmm.
very small, and some foods
Uh-huh.
or some grains stuck into that space, and that
I
causes
see.
the sickened tooth.
Okay. So that's why, she advised you. I mean, your dentist advised you to have it removed. But you mentioned it's the last wisdom tooth,
Yes, this is my
right?
last wisdom tooth. So I had four wisdom tooths. I think naturally we
Okay.
have four.
Four.
Upper,
Yes.
upper side and downside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because so far, like 7 years ago, I had like my braces or something, but during the X-ray, like the dentist did not, advise me to have it removed.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah.
I think your teeth are very green.
Yeah,
And
I don't know. Maybe because I see. Yeah, but actually I visit the dentist like twice a year, every 6 months.
oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why your teeth are green.
yeah. Okay. So well, anyway, how do you call this one? So you mean to say that since you went to your dentist today, you did not like work because it's quite painful, right? Like maybe
uh,
after the anesthesia, so you need
mhm.
to take some painkillers.
Yeah, anesthesia. Yeah. So today I utilized anesthesia, and after that, coming home, I took medicine to
Mm-hmm.
ease that pain. So,
Yeah,
mm,
it's painful,
yeah, it's
right?
painful.
And
I
you cannot
think, yeah,
eat.
it's painful after every effects or becoming nothing, or so rust, the every effects or rust. So after a long
Yeah, when it
time,
disappears,
it
the
disappears.
numbness, when it disappears,
Disappears.
you can feel the pain, and it's
Yes.
difficult to chew, to eat.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So I need to take the medicine that eases
Mm-hmm.
my pain before eating something.
Yeah, and maybe you can only eat something like with soup or like
Yeah.
porridge.
Yes. Yeah. So before, so my third, when I removed my third wisdom tooth, it
Mm-hmm.
was a little bit big. So
Okay.
after removing it, there there was a big space in my last
Mm-hmm.
of my yeah
Like
teeth.
the wisdom.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it starts every food.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay, but once it gets when it heals, like
mhm.
everything will like go back to normal,
Yes,
right?
yeah. So after recovering, yeah, so it's more healthier than my
Yes.
before, and I can cure my next tools, next tools to the wisdom tools. I can cure because my wisdom tools is removed.
Yeah, it will like maybe expand or something, like because it has enough space.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay. Wow, interesting. I've seen some videos like on TikTok, like, but this, like in their case, like, maybe because the dentist like use like very strong anesthesia or something, like it looks like they hallucinate or something, like it's too strong, like they're very groggy or something.
Groggy. What is
Yeah.
groggy?
It's like how do you call this one? Because of, let's say for example, if the anesthesia is like too strong, it feels like
Like
you feel like very dizzy or something, like you couldn't really
drug?
think.
Drug?
It's like something like that.
Mhm.
Okay, wait a minute. I will I will like type the word in the chat box. Okay. Yeah. So this is very similar, like feeling, because you feel very weak. When you feel very groggy.
Groggy. Yeah. So we use this word in Japanese as well. Groggy.
I also use it. Groggy.
Groggy. So it is difficult to do something, and it's very exhausting. Exhausting. Yeah.
Tiredness, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. You didn't feel it, like after your dentist appointment. You didn't feel groggy at all.
I didn't feel that emotional feeling.
Okay, so maybe like how do you call this one? Like dentists in Japan do not really use like very strong kind of anesthesia because you didn't feel anything at all.
Yeah. So my dentist advised me that please don't eat or drink after before the anesthesia disappears. So
do not drink anything.
Yeah, because if I drink a hot drink or hot food, I cannot feel the temperature, and that causes trouble in my mouth.
Okay. Wow. I see. Like how do you call this one? Because in my case, I experience grogginess or something. Like every after I give birth. Yeah.
That is very hard. Yeah, and I can
Very
experience
difficult.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because of like the anesthesia is like really strong. Like it feels like I can hear people talking, but it's like we're in like inside like a room, and it's like like there's like light or something. Like I cannot see their face, but I can hear their voice. Something like that.
That sounds scary. That sounds scary.
Yeah.
Every mother is great.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. I think every like woman who like give birth feel this way. Like it's actually like I'm not sure if it's quite popular like in like Japanese culture or something. Like it's like because in the Philippines, like we have this kind of saying that when you're a woman and when you're about to give birth, it's like half of your life is like like in the grave, because there is a possibility that you will not be able to survive or something like something like that.
I've heard about the possibility to survive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So wait a minute, because I can see here, maybe today we can talk about like your chosen like textbook. Okay. We have here, can this remote Japanese village find new life? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so let's begin. Let's have some of the words and phrases used in the article. Okay, I will play the audio and then you repeat afterwards. Okay?
Okay.
The first word here, Toki, we have
embody,
Embody.
yes, it is a verb that means to represent an idea or quality.
her art embodies the spirit of her culture,
Her art embodies the spirit of her culture.
Okay, so next word we have
dwindle,
Dwindle.
alright, it is a verb that means to gradually become smaller in amount or strength.
their supplies started to dwindle over the winter,
Their supplies started to dwindle over the winter.
Okay, next word is
replicate,
Replicate.
it is a verb that means to make an exact copy of something.
scientists can now replicate human cells in labs,
Scientists can now replicate human cells in labs.
Okay, next word is
extinction,
Extinction.
okay, it is the process of a species or group dying out.
the island's unique animals face possible extinction,
The island's unique animals face possible extinction.
Alright, and the last word is
preservation,
Preservation.
it is a noun, the act of keeping something in its original state.
the preservation of historic buildings is crucial,
The preservation of historic buildings is crucial.
Okay, so is everything clear? Okay, do you have any questions?
The word dwindle is
Dwindle.
dwindle.
It's unfamiliar.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same as decrease.
Dwindle, yeah, it means like it means to gradually decrease. Dwindle.
Gradually decrease.
Decrease in size.
Mm.
Decrease in size, amount, or like strength over time. Like
Dwindle.
yeah.
Dwindle.
So
Dwindle is very one funny word or to pronounce.
Yeah.
Dwindle.
and also maybe for us it's not really like a common word. Like we don't like use this kind of word. Right? Yeah. So dwindle is like slowly becomes smaller or like fewer, like weaker, like dwindle.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to use it? Do you want to make a sentence using the word dwindle?
Okay, sure. So the population in Japan dwindled over time.
Okay. Dwindle over. Okay. So wait a minute. Let me type your sentence in the chat box. Yeah. So you have like labor shortage, right?
Yeah, labor
Because
shortage.
yeah, because many people, like especially young people, do not want to maybe have kids or something, right? Yeah. Okay. So wait a minute. Like I have Grammarly or something here, and like it's the population has dwindled over time. Okay, here. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You can. Okay. So everything is clear now.
Yes.
Okay. So now let me check. Okay, some of the questions here that you need to focus on listening. So number one is, what issue is Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's campaign addressing? Number two, how did the population of Ichinono change over time? And number three, what does Professor Taro Taguchi warn about government subsidies? Okay? So now, let's listen to the audio and then answer the questions after. Okay?
Okay.
Can this remote Japanese village find new life? In Ichinono, Hyogo, Japan, where most residents are aged 65 and above, and home to fewer than 60 people, this small village reflects a typical aging rural area in Japan, a core issue in Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's campaign addressing declining birth rates. Many rural communities, with most residents over 65, embody the quiet emergency Ishiba has noted. Elder residents like 88-year-old Hasayo Yamazaki recall when Ichinono was vibrant, supported by rice farming. But as younger generations left for cities, Ichinono's population dwindled, leaving only mannequins to replicate its former life. Village head Ichiro Sawayama worries about the future, fearing extinction without support, a concern heightened by Japan's limited immigration and aging population. In contrast, the Kato family returned from Osaka in 2021, drawn by the chance to work remotely. Their son, Kuranosuke, is adored by neighbors who share meals and care. This community, Rie Kato explains, gives a unique sense of support rarely found in cities. Although subsidies for struggling areas are promised, Professor Taro Taguchi from Tokushima University cautions that past efforts have missed practical impact. Toshiki Kato's aim to keep Ichinono alive by restoring traditional homes, contributing to the preservation of rural Japan's heritage.
Okay, everything is clear?
Maybe.
Maybe. You can do it. So now let's answer question number 1. What issue is Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's campaign addressing?
His campaign address is addressing declining birth rates.
Yes, okay. Addresses, okay, declining birth rates. Okay, number 2. How did the population of Ichinono change over time?
Ichinono's population dwindled over time.
Okay. It's in the second paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. Dwindled as?
As?
Yeah, younger generations left for cities. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. And what about, let's go to number 3. What does Professor Taro Taguchi warn about government subsidies?
Taro Taguchi cautions that past efforts have missed practical impact.
Okay. Very good. You did very well. So this time, would you like to read out the article?
Yes, we can skip this first because we don't have enough time.
We can skip.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So let's talk about this article. So, based on the article, what did you understand about it?
So there are city local town that has the issue of the labor shortage or population shortages in the future, and some politicians tries to make a difference in that situation with their subsidies or some campaigns.
So they don't want young, how do you call this one, young people living for cities. They want young people to stay.
Yes.
Okay, but is it can they actually force them to stay?
Or invite younger people from more urban areas in Japan or over Japan. So I know that there are some subsidies to for younger generations to live in that kind of areas. And
Okay.
yeah, they need to stay there for 5 years or so.
5 years.
Yeah, because the motivation of subsidies is like you said, reinforce younger generations to stay there. So yeah, it is just a condition to acquire the money from the government.
Okay. All right. So it's like they have a contract to
Yeah,
stay
contract.
for like 5 years. Okay. So what kind of like help do they get if they decide to like not live? You know? I mean, if they want to stay, what kind of like help do they receive? Like benefits they receive from the government?
Simply that is money from the government is the best way, and they can choose the usage of that money from the government, and so yeah, and if the government can provide some money to younger generations, they can enjoy their life in the local town. And so, and younger generations are very familiar with the internet technology, so they are not isolated if they are living there.
I know, right? So, but why do you think younger generations are moving away from like rural areas like Ichinuno?
Because I think because there are no choices to work there. So, and if they are there, the condition to work is very weak or very worse than the opportunities in the urban areas.
Okay. Yeah. So how about you, Toki? Do you prefer to live in like rural areas or like in?
Definitely I prefer to live in urban area like Tokyo.
Urban.
Yeah, Tokyo is.
Why?
It is very convenient for me.
Very convenient.
Yeah, and I can meet my friend out of my friends in Tokyo, and yeah, I can use the options to move or like public transportation, and and there are a lot of opportunities to switch my job.
And higher salary, but higher cost of living.
Higher cost, yeah, of course. But in Tokyo, just living in Tokyo is very enjoyable for me because there are a lot of restaurants and shopping malls and some spots to sightseeing. It is very good to live.
Convenient.
Yeah.
I see.
Especially in so younger, especially during while I am young.
Okay, yeah. While you're young, I mean, because maybe in the future, when you get old or something, so you would like prefer to like live in the countryside because it's more peaceful, right?
It's peaceful and the life is slow.
Yeah, so it's very. I think when you're young, you want to like how do you call this one? Want to expose yourself to like the city life, But then when you're old, you don't like noisy like places or something. So so that's why many older people like when they're retired, they tend to go back to their hometown. Yes.
Yeah, and in
Okay,
Tokyo,
so
there
yeah.
are a lot of cultures. A lot of culture gathers in Tokyo. So, yeah, I can meet a lot of foreigners, and yeah, so I
Sure.
can acquire connections with I have never seen. So that's very nice for my career and my life.
True.
It
I
extends
agree.
my life.
I agree. Okay. So wait a minute, Koki. Our time is already up. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
okay, for spending your time with
Yeah.
me today. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you next time.